Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. Hope you guys doing well today. Welcome to the show. Please do hit the like button, guys, and thank you very much if you have already. So we're here for a 3 o'clock kickoff as Sheffield Wednesday travel to Plymouth. Plymouth struggling at the bottom of the championship, and obviously Wednesday will be wanting to try and get something out of this game before the Steel City derby, which is coming up. I think it's next weekend, isn't it? So hopefully it be a good game, guys. Hopefully we get some goals. Jack Jenkins, how you doing, Jack? Welcome to the show, mate, and welcome to Football Fandom. Not sure if we've seen you before, but a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Welcome, and I hope you're doing well, mate. Jack is saying, so we should, we're just seeing that Wednesday, lining up with four at the back and the five in midfield with one up front. Players just doing the pleasantries in the middle of the park. Apologies, guys. The radar is on the screen for you guys to keep better informed, but it will be probably not in time with what I'm seeing on the TV, as it's normally slightly ahead of me, but I have no control over that. I just simply share it on the screen to give you guys more options, so you're not totally relying on my commentary skills. So we're just out in a photograph here. So if you've got any thoughts on score predictions for this one, guys, feel free to drop your thoughts in before the game gets properly underway. If you missed it earlier, Forest won 1-0 against Manchester City in the Premier League, and Aberdeen won 4-1 in the Scottish Cup quarter-final against Queen's Park. That was dinner time kickoffs. Coventry City won 3-2 against Stoke, and Watford lost 2-1 to Millwall. So Millwall with a win away from home. And in League One, Crawley got a 1-1 draw with Reading, and Stockport got a 0-0 draw with Charlton. So we're just about to get underway. Jack is saying, Chris, mate? What, that's your name? I'm confused. Is that an abbreviation or is that correcting your name? I'm not sure. So we're about to get underway, and it's going to be Wednesday to kick us off. As the ball played all the way back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper now knocks it long down the field as it goes all the way back to the Plymouth keeper. Ronald Jones, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show, Ronald. Ronald saying, tough week for us, mate. Norwich midweek, then the derby match will with Sheffield United, 3-1 Owls. Well, yep, good. Yeah, it is a tough week for you guys, but you got the home advantage in the derby. Oh, Plymouth with a shot there. The goalkeeper's knocked it away as it goes out to the far side, and that's gone out for a throw-in. But yep, thank you, Ronald. Yeah, you're right, mate. Tough week for Wednesday this week, but like I say, you've got home advantage in the derby, and I'm sure you can get something out of today's game. But welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're well. So, ball now on the far side. Now Plymouth with the possession. Ball played back to their defensive line as Plymouth now switching it out to the far side. Wednesday coming to press the ball. Plymouth knocking it forward as Plymouth now play it back into the middle. Wednesday scrambling back to get bodies back behind the ball here as Plymouth come towards the edge of the box. So they got the shot off, but it's gone wide of the far post. Not a bad effort, but not on target. Jack is saying cheers. Awesome. Thank you, mate. Come on, Argyle. So you're a Plymouth fan then, mate. Well, a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Yeah, you guys have had a tough season this season. Newly promoted to the championship and finding it a bit of a challenge, but it was for Wednesday when they came up last season. Now the ball knocked down the field. There's a foul there. The referee's indicated a free kick. That's going to be a free kick to Plymouth. Just inside the Wednesday half, out on that far side, about 10 yards from the halfway line. And Ronald is saying, cheers, top man. Thank you, mate. So 2 minutes, 20 seconds in. Free kick on the far side here for Plymouth. It's almost level with the edge of the centre circle inside the Wednesday half. Taking the time over this. Get on with it. Ball chipped forward up towards the edge of the box. It's headed on as it's knocked towards goal, and the goalkeeper manages to intercept that comfortably, and that relieves the pressure momentarily for Wednesday. And Jack saying, yeah, fair enough. Thank you, Jack. You guys got any score predictions for this one? Still 0-0 at the moment, 3 minutes in. So a chance for you guys to let me know how you think it's going to finish. Ball knocked up the field. As now Plymouth with the possession, edging the way forward here as Wednesday come to press the ball. Plymouth knock it up to the halfway line. Now trying to probe down the centre, but they end up playing it out wide on this near side. Now racing towards the byline as Wednesday make the challenge, but the ball still crossed in. It's knocked towards goal as Wednesday just managed to clear it off the line. Now the ball worked out wide on the far side as Wednesday knock it long, trying to get on the counter-attack here, but, well, just blocked off there by the Plymouth defender. I'm surprised the referee didn't give a foul there. But a lively start to this one as Plymouth with a couple of early chances. And Jack Jenkins saying 2-1 Plymouth. Good shout, mate. Well, we'll see, but Wednesday have been pretty good away from home overall this season, I think. They've been a tough team to actually beat, to be fair. We've done a few Wednesday games away from home this season. Now the ball played forward by Wednesday as Plymouth challenged for it. Plymouth now winning it back as they come forward down the centre, but challenged on the edge of the centre circle there. No foul given by the referee. And it's the old man, Barry Bannon, making an impact early on with a challenge. Now the ball worked out wide on the far side as Wednesday coming forward. Plymouth come to challenge as it's just gone out of play on the far side, and that's going to be a throw-in. But yeah, you guys have... Now the ball with Wednesday on the far side. They just cut it back there, playing it back into the centre of the park. Played back to their centre-backs midway inside their own half. As Wednesday now work it back out wide on that far side. It's knocked long down the field, trying to get in behind the Plymouth defence, but too much on the ball, and it just goes out of play there, and that's going to be a goal kick for Plymouth. Mr. Barnsley's with us. How you doing, Ryan? Welcome to the show, mate. Mr. Barnsley saying, hey up, everyone. Come on, Yorkshire, all clubs. How you doing, Ryan? Pleasure to have you with us, mate. Ryan, a regular fan, dinner. Pleasure to have you with us, mate. Welcome to the show. Now, Wednesday, winning it back on this near side as they just cut it back there, playing it back to their centre-backs. Now the ball worked back out wide again on that far side, but this time Plymouth come to press the ball as it forces Wednesday to play it back into the middle. Now they switch the play out to this near side, working the ball forward. Plymouth challenge for it. Wednesday just managing to retain it under pressure there as they chip it forward, and it's headed out of play by Plymouth, and that's going to be a Wednesday throw-in about 3 yards inside their own half. Ball thrown back towards the edge of their own box as they just work it back to the goalkeeper there. So ball with Wednesday at the back as the goalkeeper now works it out wide on this near side. Ball knocked forward as Plymouth challenge for it. The referee's given the foul, and that's going to be a free kick to Wednesday just inside the Plymouth half out on this near side. Don't forget, guys, if you could, please do hit that like button if you like us covering your team or this game. That's the best way to let us know, and it does help us out a little bit with the algorithm. So we'll appreciate it if you could be kind enough to hit the like button, guys. So Bannon now to take the free kick for Wednesday. Ball played into the centre circle. It's worked out wide on the far side as now Wednesday play it forward. Plymouth challenge for it, and it's just gone out of play there on the far side for a throw-in. Everling, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show, Everling. Everling saying, am I the only one who wants Wednesday to win? Not at all, mate. Ronald Jones has just been in the chat. He said he's a Wednesday fan, mate. And obviously, I know we'll probably have a few other Wednesday fans listening in. So, no, out of respect for you guys, obviously covering different teams here on Fanden, I do my best to be neutral. But no, you guys support whichever team you want, mate. But welcome to the show, Evelyn. Hope you're well, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. Now, Wednesday, with the possession on the edge of the centre circle. It's worked out wide on the far side as Plymouth come to challenge for it. Wednesday just managing to retain it there. It's played back into the middle. Now they switch the play out wide to this near side. It's just cut back into the centre there. And it's now Wednesday edged the way forward. Plymouth just backing off. As Wednesday now with the possession on the edge of the centre circle. It's worked out wide again on this near side as they come forward into the Plymouth half. Plymouth coming to challenge. Wednesday just managing to retain it there as it's played back to the halfway line. Now switching the play out to the far side. As Plymouth come to challenge for it, but Wednesday managed to retain it again, cutting it back, playing it back to their centre-backs on the halfway line. Now edging the way forward down the centre, but again, they work it out wide on the far side. Plymouth just happy to sit off at the moment as Wednesday knocking it about close to the halfway line. Now it's switched out to this near side. Ball played forward as Plymouth with a lunging challenge there, but no foul given as eventually, as it's played out towards this near side, there is a coming together, and this time the referee blows for the foul. And we've got a Wednesday player down looking in a bit of discomfort there with his arm or his shoulder. And the Plymouth player still on the ground as well. Ryan is saying, we got your favourite boys, Blackpool. I know you, Bolton fan, 3-1 to Barnsley. Yeah, well, yeah, but to be fair, I don't think Bolton have don't see it as a strong rivalry with Blackpool, to be fair. But yeah, wish you guys luck. Hope you get a result there today, Ryan. So Barry Bannon is going to take this free kick on this near side. And it's trying to work out how far it is, but the camera's not showing me how close it is to any of the lines. No, it's not going to take it. So it's a good distance from goal out on this near side. It's probably about 10 yards from the halfway line. Ball kicked long down the field up towards the edge of the box as it comes out to the far side. Plymouth blasted away back up to the halfway line as Wednesday intercept it. And now the ball worked out wide on this near side as it's played forward. Wednesday now on the attack, charging forward. And again, that's a disappointing challenge from Plymouth. And the referee quickly blowing the foul. Yeah, why did he just lunged in there? That was more panicking challenge rather than a tactical challenge. Just lunged in, took the man and knocked the ball. Jack is saying, thanks for the watch along. My pleasure, Jack. Thank you for your kind consideration, mate. Top man, thank you. Nico, how you doing, Nico? Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're well. And Nico also been on the channel a few times, so I consider you a regular fan then now as well, mate. Hope you're well, Nico. Welcome to the show. Nico saying we are getting behind the Wednesday. So now Sheffield Wednesday with a free kick out on this near side. It's about halfway between the centre of the field and the touchline on this near side. It's about 25 yards out. Ball crossed in, it's headed wide, and that's going to be a goal kick for Plymouth. So, yep, hope you're well, Nico. Pleasure to have you with us. Mr. Barnes is saying up the Yorkshire. So there you go, Ryan, wanting Wednesday to win and all the Yorkshire clubs this afternoon. Top man, thank you, Ryan. And Jack is saying up the Argyle. Thank you, Jack. Great to have you guys, mixture of fans for both clubs this afternoon, and you guys showing that passion for your club, but respectfully to each other. Now the ball knocked down the field on the far side. It's headed out of play, and that's going to be a throw-in. Wednesday take it quickly. Now Wednesday just playing it back into their own half. It's worked out wide on this near side as Plymouth come to challenge. Wednesday managing to retain it, but forced to play it back to the goalkeeper. Now the goalkeeper knocks it long down the field. It's headed on there as Argyle managed to head it back to the halfway line. Wednesday have intercepted it. Now Sheffield Wednesday playing it out wide to this near side. Banner knocks it on as Plymouth come to challenge, but Wednesday just cut it back slightly there as they managed to retain the possession. Now it's chipped forward up to the up to the edge of the box, headed away as eventually it's won back by Barry Bannon on this near side as he now plays it forward. And again, Plymouth come to challenge, but Wednesday just managing to retain the possession, push back towards the halfway line. Now it's played all the way back to the goalkeeper. Mark Hayes, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. I'm not sure if we've seen you before, mate, but a pleasure to have you with us. Welcome to Fandent. Mark Hayes saying, come on Wednesday, need a win. How you doing, Mark? Hope you're well, mate, and a pleasure to have you with us. Welcome to the show. Now Wednesday with the possession. It's played forward. As again, Plymouth come to press the ball. Wednesday work it out wide on the far side. It's knocked forward. As again, Plymouth challenged for it, but Wednesday managed to win it back there. The ball as it's knocked up the field, up into the centre circle, headed down as eventually Wednesday managed to get it. Now Wednesday racing out wide on this near side as Plymouth quickly come across, make the challenge, and the ball's gone out of play for a throw-in on this near side, midway inside the Plymouth half. So, yep, thank you, Mark. Hope you're well, mate. Ball back in play. Now Wednesday just playing it all the way back to the halfway line. It's eventually worked out wide on the far side as, again, Wednesday on the attack here. They're in behind the Plymouth defence. Ball played towards the edge of the box. Plymouth make the challenge. It's still not cleared. It's crossed in here. As it's, is it an own goal? Wednesday have scored, and I don't know. I think that might have come off the Plymouth player in the box. It was just crossed in from the far side. And the Wednesday player there trying to come in from this near side post. And he was blocked off by the Plymouth defender. But I'm not sure if the ball bounced off the Plymouth defender trying to clear it. Has it been disallowed? Oh, I think it's been disallowed. Has it been? I think it's been disallowed. How's that been disallowed? That's not offside. I think it's standing, but the scoreline on the screen's not changed. I think it did come off the Plymouth player there. Let's just see the replay. It has come off the Plymouth defender. So 16 minutes gone, guys, and it's Wednesday that draw first blood. Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Now the ball on the far side as Plymouth trying to come forward there, and it's gone out of play for a throw-in on the far side. Evelyn is saying, come on Wednesday. Thank you, Evelyn. And Ryan is saying 2-1 to Wednesday. Thank you, Ryan. Nico is saying, nice one, bro. Big up the massive. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, mate. So ball on the far side as it comes back in play and it's knocked straight out of play. So, yeah, it is an own goal from Plymouth. And it was, just bear with me a second, guys. It just flashed up on the screen there. It was Ogbeta with the own goal for Plymouth. Now the ball back with Plymouth just inside their own box. It's worked out wide on the far side as now they play it forward. And Wednesday challenge for it. Plymouth managing to retain it as they work it out wide on the far side. Now it's not long down the field as Plymouth trying to get in behind the Wednesday defence, but Wednesday just managing to get back and intercept it, but as they knock it away, it's won back by Plymouth on that far side, and Plymouth racing forward as Wednesday make the challenge, and it's gone behind for a corner. Corner for Plymouth on the far side. Benny's with us. Ben, a regular fan dinner, saying, hello, guys, how are you? Millwall won away against Watford. Yeah, I just saw that, mate. So doing good. Just need Bromley to win also. Well, yeah, I saw that you guys got a win away to Watford. So great result for you guys this afternoon. How are you doing, Ben? Hope you're well, mate. And welcome to the show. Pleasure to have you with us. Now the ball worked out wide on this near side as Bannon on the charge. Plymouth just managing to make the challenge there before. Well, he was running forward there menacingly, Barry Bannon. And Plymouth in a bit of panic, but they managed to knock the ball out of play on this near side for a throw into Wednesday inside the Sheffield Wednesday half of the field. Referee just stopping the play for a moment as he checks on one of the Sheffield Wednesday players. I think it's a defender just down on the edge of the box. The medical staff just coming on to check him out, which gives me a chance to catch up with your comments a little bit. Ryan is saying Leighton and Huddersfield losing already. That's well, you can't win them all, unfortunately, Ryan, but thank you, mate. Thank you for letting us know. Evelyn is saying, let's go Wednesday. And Aidan Mahoney, how are you doing, Aidan? I'm not sure if we've seen you here before, but a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Welcome to the show and welcome to Fanden. And Ben is saying Plymouth defensive mistakes. Oh, on goal for Plymouth. Yeah. Plymouth fans will be disappointed with that one, but Wednesday fans certainly won't complain. Mark Hayes is saying, I'm doing okay, thanks, mate. Up the Owls. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear you well. Thank you for that. You guys loving to see your team in action this afternoon. And it's a pleasure to have a good few Wednesday fans with us. I think we've had one Plymouth fan and a good few Wednesday fans. So it's a pleasure to have you guys with us this afternoon. So the Wednesday player there, just getting back to his feet. Is he going to be able to carry on here, or? Well, there's a bit of movement on the bench, like they might be making a substitution here Wednesday. So thank you, Mark. Nico is saying, hark, nah, hear the Wednesday sing. Hark, nah, what? I've never heard that. Hark, nah, hear the Wednesday sing. So Wednesday get us back underway. As the ball played back to the edge of their own box, eventually played all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's knocked down the field as Plymouth tried to challenge for it. Wednesday managing to retain it, though. It's now Sheffield Wednesday on the attack. It's played forward as again. A clumsy challenge there by Plymouth as the referee blows for the foul. And Nico is saying, yes, loving the goal. Thank you, Nico. Evelyn's saying, get in. And Jacob Ruana. How are you doing, Jacob? Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're well and a pleasure to have you with us. Now the ball with Wednesday on the edge of the centre circle as they take this free kick. It's knocked down the field as the referee, well, he's blown. What's he blown for here? Is it offside or a foul? As soon as the ball was kicked then, he blew his whistle, so it didn't even land. So free kick to Plymouth just outside their own box. Now the ball knocked out wide on the far side as Plymouth now on the attack. It's knocked forward. Wednesday knocking it back in the direction it came from as it just bounces out of play on the far side, and that's going to be a throw into Plymouth midway inside their own half. Now the ball played back to the goalkeeper. As Plymouth try and build again from the back. It's knocked out wide on this near side as they try and come forward, but closed down there by Wednesday. And now Wednesday winning it back just outside the Plymouth box. It's played forward, trying to keep the ball under control there as Plymouth trying to challenge. But Wednesday managed to work it in towards the edge of the box. And now Wednesday with the shots. Oh, and it's just wide of this near side post. That was inches wide. That was a really good effort. Really good bit of team play there by Wednesday. They had to kind of work themselves out of a bit of a cul-de-sac on this near side because there was quite a few Plymouth defenders trying to challenge, but they managed to work the ball through all the bodies and then get a shot off on goal, but it just went wide. Now the ball knocked up the field as both sets of players trying to win it there. Ball, bit of head tennis going on here as eventually Plymouth get it down on the halfway line. Now they knock it forward, but it rolls all the way back to the Wednesday goalkeeper. Lee Toulson, how you doing, Lee? Welcome to the show, mate, and welcome to Football Fan Den. Hope you're well, mate. Lee Toulson saying, come on Wednesday. Well, pleasure to have you with us, mate. Welcome to the show. Ball's gone out of play on the far side for another throw in here to Plymouth inside their own half. And Jack Shannon also with us. Jack Shannon saying, how are you watching the match? And can I never watch 3 p.m. games? Because I don't know, mate. Depends where you are in the world. But welcome to the show, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. Now Plymouth playing the ball back into the middle as they play it forward here. Wednesday try and challenge for it. So there's not a good time challenge there. And the referee's blown for the foul. It's going to be a free kick to Plymouth. Oh, the first booking of the game, and it's gone to a Wednesday player. And it's Windass that's been booked. He's an expert at getting bookings, isn't he, Windass? Ronald is saying, ICK, who's down? Sorry, mate, I'm not following you there. Plymouth now knocking it long out wide to this near side. It's headed towards the edge of the box as it's knocked away. And now Wednesday blasting the ball down the field as Plymouth intercept it inside the centre circle. Plymouth now with the possession, just cutting it back to their centre-backs just inside their own half as they work it out wide on this near side. It's played forward, intercepted there momentarily by Wednesday, but Plymouth quickly challenge and win it back. Now Plymouth trying to still come forward here, but Wednesday making quite a few challenges as eventually they knock it out of play, and that's gone out for a throw-in on this near side. Lee Townsend getting behind the Wednesday. Now Plymouth playing the ball back to the edge of their own box as they work the ball out wide on the far side. It's played long down the field up to the halfway line. Both sets of players trying to win it there, but Plymouth managed to come away with it. Now Plymouth playing it back into the middle. It's knocked forward out wide to this near side as again Wednesday coming to challenge. Really hungry there to win the ball back. Plymouth play it back into the middle. Now they work it out wide on the far side, coming forward. Ball played towards the edge of the box as Wednesday just managed to knock it away. And now both sets of players trying to win it on that far side. Eventually Plymouth managed to get the ball down. It's knocked forward, but this time there's another coming together there as the referee blows for the foul. Ben saying Hull have received a red card, scored on the 13th minute, 14th minute, sent off for serious foul play. Thank you for the update, Ben. And Jacob is saying real lifesaver, mate, wouldn't know what was happening without you, mate. Well, thank you very much for your kind words, Jacob. We're trying. The reason we're covering this game is because we've always, whenever we cover Sheffield Wednesday games, we've seen that you guys appreciate it. So that's why we're covering the game today and not another game. So thank you for your kind words. I appreciate the support, mate. Top man. Now Plymouth with the free kick on the far side. It's crossed into the box, headed away. As Plymouth win it back on that far side. It's crossed back in as it's knocked away but not fully cleared. Ball chipped back into the mixer as it's headed wide by Plymouth as it just goes glancing past the far post. So thank you, Jacob. Ryan is saying Plymouth Wi-Fi might go down after today. And Ian Owl is with us. How you doing, Ian? Welcome to the show, mate. Welcome to Fondent. Pleasure to have you with us. And Ben is saying Luton red card against Burnley. And Bolton 1-up Gaz. Thank you, Ben. Aaron Morley with a goal. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate the update. We'll look at the scores in a minute. It's now the ball with Plymouth inside the centre circle. It's worked out wide on this near side as Plymouth coming forward. Wednesday come to challenge for it. Plymouth just managing to retain it there. It's played back into the middle. Now the ball played towards the edge of the box as Wednesday just managed to knock it away. And Plymouth, well, I'm not sure about that one. The ball went out towards the far side and the Plymouth player, it was actually in possession of the Wednesday player, but he didn't have the ball fully under control. The Plymouth player has just come across. Both of them have gone to win the ball, and the Plymouth player's gone down like he's been hit with a cricket bat. Big drama. I don't like players making a big drama of a foul. You know when it's a genuinely bad foul, and you know when players are just dramatising it. Don't like to see that. So Plymouth have won a free kick on the far side. So thank you, Ben. Ryan is saying, who's Bromley got? So Wednesday with a box to defend here for this free kick on the far side, just outside the box for Plymouth. Ball crossed in, headed away by Wednesday as it bounces out towards the far side. Plymouth get across to marshal it out of play as it's gone out for a throw in there to Plymouth. Just to let you guys know what's going on around some of the grounds in the Premier League. It's currently Brighton 0, Fulham 0, Crystal Palace 0, Ipswich 0, Liverpool 0, Southampton 0. If you missed it earlier in the Scottish Cup, guys, quarter-final game, Aberdeen winning 4-1 against Queen's Park. And in the English Championship, 3 o'clock kickoffs as follows. Bristol City 0, Hull City 1, Burnley 1, Luton 0, Derby 2, Blackburn 0. As we know, it's 1-0 to Wednesday here. Sheffield United 0-0 at the moment with Preston. Sunderland 1-up against Cardiff. Swansea 1-0 up against Middlesbrough. And West Brom QPR 0-0. Now Plymouth with the possession on the edge of their own box. It's worked out wide on the far side. Ball knocked down the field. As now Plymouth managing to retain it. Wednesday make the challenge and it's gone out for a throw-in on the far side. Ben saying Tranmere away, difficult, I think, because it's 6 hours away drive or 7. And Nico's saying, come on, Super Owls. So ball is knocked behind, and that's going to be a goal kick. So free kick for Wednesday here inside their own box. Taking the time over this. Oh, he's going to get himself booked here. What are you dragging your feet for? Wednesday goalkeeper, what was he doing there? He's just got himself a completely unnecessary booking by dragging his feet and not getting on with it. You don't need to be time wasting this early on in the game. He made it pretty obvious that's what he was doing. So he's given the referee an easy decision to make there. Barry Bannon is complaining to the referee, but it's just daft to be doing that so early on. He put the ball down, walked away from it, and then went to pick it up again. And the referee's telling him to get on with it. He's silly yellow card to give away that. Ball knocked out wide on this near side. Ball sets the players trying to win it. Plymouth come away with it. Now Plymouth on the attack as the ball Gets away from him there and just rolls all the way back to the Wednesday goalkeeper. Ben saying, Wednesday fans, if Burnley win and Preston win, Sheffield United drop out of the auto spots. Thank you, Ben. And Nico saying, come on, lads. So ball now with Wednesday at the back. That's it. Work it out wide on the far side. Plymouth managing to intercept it here. As Plymouth now trying to come forward. Wednesday challenge for it, knocking it away. Plymouth win it back further up the field. Now Plymouth playing it back into the middle. As it's worked out towards this near side. Played back into the middle again. As Plymouth now charging out wide to the far side. As they come towards the edge of the box here, it's crossed in and the goalkeeper manages to intercept it comfortably there, and that released the pressure momentarily for Wednesday. Ryan saying 3-2 to Tranmere. Thank you, Ryan. Nico saying big love to our lass Courtney K at Oakwell supporting what? Tan. Oh, long ball down the field here as Wednesday on the attack. Oh, they got the shot up, but the goalkeeper manages to save it comfortably at the near post. Now the ball worked out wide on the far side as Plymouth charging forward. Wednesday come to challenge for it as they try and knock it back up the field, but the ball just deflects there off the Plymouth player and rolls all the way back to the Wednesday goalkeeper. So Wednesday to play out from the back. Ball worked out wide on the far side as now they try and knock it forward, but it's blocked off there by Plymouth. As again, it rolls back to the goalkeeper. Ryan saying up the turn. Now the goalkeeper knocks it long straight down the field. It's headed on there as it's ball sets of play, trying to win it on that far side. Wednesday coming away with it. And again, Plymouth go to ground as they win a foul out on that far side. Ben is saying, I'll be back having lunch. No worries, Ben. Yep, enjoy your lunch, mate. So free kick on the far side for Plymouth. Deep inside their own half. It's just outside their box, in fact, on the far side. Goalkeeper comes across to take it as he knocks it up the field. It's knocked back in the direction it came from. As now it comes out to this near side. Both sets of players trying to win it as it's headed about in the air. Eventually comes out to this near side as Plymouth come away with it. Now Plymouth playing it back to their centre-backs midway inside their own half. Push back towards the edge of the own box here as Wednesday press well from the front. It's chipped out wide on the far side. Both sets of players trying to win it. As eventually Plymouth have ended up knocking it out of play. And that's going to be a throw into Wednesday on the far side, about 10 yards inside the Plymouth half. JC is with us saying Plymouth fan here. Typical for us to screw it up for this early. Well, you're still in the game, mate. It's still one. It's only 1-0. Still game very much hanging in the balance at the moment. Obviously, Wednesday have got the advantage, but as I say, when it's 1-0, it's always even. I'm sure Wednesday fans would even admit that they won't like going the whole way through this game just hanging on 1-0. But welcome to the show, JC. Hope you're well, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. The ball, well, there's a foul here again. And JC honestly saying, honestly, we can't score to save our lives. It's gonna be 2-0 Wednesday at this rate. You gotta be positive, mate. As long as there's a time, as long as there's a chance you're in the game, you got to be positive, mate. Remember, you're newly promoted to the championship. Take some adjustment getting used to the championship, mate. It's not an easy league to stay in. Now the ball knocked up the field. Played forward. You should be proud of your teammate. You gave Liverpool a tough game. You gave Manchester City a tough game. You can't win them all. Now the ball back with the Wednesday goalkeeper as it's knocked long up the field. Now headed. Well, it's gone all the way through there to the Plymouth keeper. Now Plymouth trying to get on the attack as the ball worked out towards this near side. Wednesday coming to challenge for it as Plymouth knocking it long down the field. It's just kept in there by Wednesday. As now Plymouth come to challenge for it. Wednesday now working it forward, racing down this near side, brought down there. And the referee, what's he going to give here? The linesman's put his flag up. Ryan is saying Gaz Tran means town. I've never heard that one before, but to be fair, I'm learning abbreviations from right across the UK. I've been learning some, obviously, doing Scotland games. The games up in Scotland, I've been learning some of the Scottish slang. Obviously, doing games for Yorkshire teams as well. Starting to pick up some of the Yorkshire terminologies as well for slang. Obviously, doing some bits of Welsh games with Cardiff and Swansea, picking up bits there as well. So it's so sometimes a little bit a lot to remember with all the different local terminologies. But thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you letting me know, mate. Not heard that one before. So now Wednesday, I've got a free kick on this near side. It's close to the touchline. Ball crossed in. It's deep as it's headed out to the far side. Wednesday managed to get across and intercept it. Now Wednesday with the ball knocked back into the box. It's knocked away by Plymouth. And it's gone out for a throw-in on the far side. And that's going to be a throw-in to Wednesday. Nico is saying Barnsley lost Tarn. Barnsley, laugh out loud, Tarn. And Mr. Barnsley saying, we love you, Barnsley. We do. Barnsley, we love you. And now the ball thrown in for Wednesday. It's headed away. Ball sets the play. It's trying to win it outside the box. As now Wednesday winning it back. Racing out wide on the far side. Coming towards the edge of the box here as they take it right to the byline. Trying to get it crossed in, but it's blocked off by Plymouth. And now Plymouth trying to get on the attack. Racing forward on the far side. But as they knock it up the field, it's intercepted by Wednesday. And now Wednesday coming again. Racing towards the edge of the box. Trying to slot it. Well, they tried to slot it through there, but it was knocked away by Plymouth. And eventually, it's gone out of play on the far side for a throw-in. Nico saying, you wouldn't believe it, would you? I'm Wednesday and our last Barnsley fun in hours on a Saturday. Well, yeah, no, I would believe it. Yeah, I would believe it, mate. Jamie, who comes on here quite regular, is a regular member of the Fan Den community, is a Sheffield United fan, and his girlfriend is a Sheffield Wednesday fan. And then we've got some Scottish fans that have weird rivalries as well. Oh, now Wednesday on the attack. Ball played into the box. Oh, Wednesday scored. They smashed it into the back of the net for the second goal. 40 minutes on the clock. And it's Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Well, they just wasn't letting off the pressure there on that far side. Plymouth should have just cleared it. They kept trying to play out from the back every time they won it back. And when they did, they kept losing it. And eventually, with losing it 2 or 3 times, Wednesday managed to capitalise on it as they crossed it into the box. And it slotted in low and hard past the goalkeeper. And the goal scorer, Callum Patterson with the goal. So Callum Patterson on the score sheet. Now the ball played back to the goalkeeper. It's knocked up the field. As now it's knocked back in the direction it came from. Plymouth intercept it on the edge of the centre circle. Now it's worked out wide on the far side as Plymouth now coming forward. Wednesday make the challenge, and it's gone out of play again on the far side for another throw-in. Ryan is saying, is Wednesday fans missing us? Okay, Ryan. You just got to keep concentrating on trying to get that playoff position, Barnsley, mate. Try and get up and have a spell in the championship. Ball knocked down the field on that far side as ball sets the place, trying to head it forward there, but eventually it's intercepted by Wednesday as Wednesday knock it long, and it's just bounced out of play there for a throw-in. Don't forget, guys, if you like us covering your team or this game, then please do hit that thumbs up if you could. And thank you very much to you guys that have been kind and positive enough to do so. Appreciate the support, guys. So now the ball back with the Plymouth goalkeeper as he knocks it long down the field. It comes out wide to the far side. It's headed on. And it's now Wednesday unable to keep it there as Plymouth come away with it. Now Plymouth chipping it forward towards the edge of the box. So eventually, well, it's eventually gone out of play on that far side for a throw-in. Ben saying I'm back. Tranmere equalised. Welcome back, Ben. Hope you enjoyed your dinner, mate. And Ryan is saying, Gaz Barnsley, very strong most of Yorkshire. Well, as I've said, mate, it would be good to see you guys get promoted as you've been pushing for promotion for some time now. Got to get there one day. Now, Wednesday, playing it forward on the far side as Plymouth just marshal it out of play, and that's going to be a goal kick for Plymouth. JC saying, I knew it. We just can't catch a break. First half, first Hull. Now this better off in League One, to be honest. Well, yeah, but to be fair, JC, some clubs, to get promoted, the way it's going now with the crazy money in football, mate, and some clubs, what you got to do is you got to pace yourself. You might have to go up, get relegated, and then go again because you need to adjust to obviously being a championship club. And let's be honest, mate, I think Plymouth over the last few seasons have been doing pretty well. You guys weren't that long ago. You was in League Two. You know what I mean? And now here you are in the championship, but you got to learn how to establish yourself in the championship. So yes, you may end up getting relegated this season, but then you're going to go down and you're going to be one of the strong teams in League One because of your experience of being in the championship. And then you can go again and try and get promoted again. And next time, try to use what you've learned. So yeah, I understand your frustration, mate. I do. But like I say, it's a building process for some clubs. Look at Wednesday fans; they will tell you they're a club that feel that they deserve to be in the championship, and they rightly do. They are too much of a big club to be down in League One or League Two, that's for sure. But at the same time, it doesn't matter what the size of your club is. What matters is building a team that can stay in the league. And obviously, Wednesday have been doing that. They struggled last season, but they ground out the results. And this season, they're seeing the benefits of it. You guys, Plymouth fans, might just have to go about it a bit different. You might have to get relegated to bounce back and go again. It's now ball with the Plymouth goalkeeper. Ball thrown forward down the centre. Wednesday coming to challenge for it. It's now with Plymouth. Now Plymouth play it out wide on this near side. It's switched back out to the opposite side, though, as they now play it forward. Wednesday trying to challenge. As now Wednesday managed to win it back there, just playing it back to the goalkeeper. 4 minutes have been added on here, guys. We're 1 minute into the added on time. Ball knocked straight down the field by the keeper. As it comes towards the edge of the box here, Wednesday managing to get to it first. Now Wednesday just cutting it back slightly on that far side as Plymouth tried to challenge. Wednesday managing to retain it, though, under pressure as it's played to Bannon, but Bannon's lost it here as now Plymouth getting on the counter-attack, racing forward on that far side. Ball played in behind the Wednesday defence, but there's too much purchase on the ball as it just rolls all the way back to the Wednesday goalkeeper. JCM saying, I'm glad that I didn't go to the match. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. And JC saying, if we get one goal, I'll be happy. I'm surprised to hear you so down, mate, after your club's success getting to the championship. Ronald is saying, Pato 2-0. Thank you, Ronald. Now the ball played all the way back to the Plymouth goalkeeper there. And Nico saying, yes. Now Plymouth trying to build out from the back. They work it out wide on the far side. It's played forward here as both sets of players trying to win it there, but it's just, well, there's just a bit of a coming together. The referee giving the foul here. I have no bias. I do my best to be neutral, guys, but I've got to be saying it. I'm not impressed with the soft way I've seen a few of the Plymouth players go down in this first half. Where's your sporting conduct? Just don't like seeing. I would say it about any team. If the players go down too soft, I will call it out because I don't care what. Even if it's my own team, I will call it out because I don't like seeing players do that. Be a man. Stand on your feet. Stand strong. Ball's gone out of play on the far side for a throw-in. So Wednesday now with the throw-in out on that far side, deep inside their own half. We're into the last minute of added on time. Now the ball knocked up the field from the throw-in as Plymouth managed to win it back. Plymouth knocking it back in the direction it came from. It's headed up into the air by Wednesday as Plymouth knock it forward here. Wednesday just managed to get back and intercept it. So now they knock the ball long up the field as Plymouth just managed to keep it in play on that far side. And now Wednesday knocking it back towards the Plymouth box, but it just rolls all the way through there as the goalkeeper comes to intercept it. Now Plymouth trying to get on the attack, but no time for another attack as the referee blows for the half-time whistle. And at half-time, it has finished. Plymouth Argyle 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Ben is saying, Gaz, you might not believe me, but Michael Cheek Bromley, striker, is one of the top goal scorers in League Two. I haven't been keeping up with League Two as much this season. As you know, Ben, I've been busy covering Championship games, League One games, Premier League and Scottish football. So obviously a lot smaller clubs down in League Two. We do cover League Two occasionally, but obviously with it trying to concentrate on all the other leagues, we don't get to cover League Two very much. But we still try to look for the opportunities when they come around. But yeah, why would I not believe you, Ben? Of course, I have no reason not to believe you, mate. Right, guys, let's have a look at the halftime match stats, see how that first half has gone in numbers. Just bear me a second. I know you've got some stats on the screen there, but I always prefer to look at these stats. I'll share it on the screen for you now, guys. If you've been on the channel before, you'll know what I mean. So let me just get rid of that. That wire's bugging me. Let's get rid of that. And don't forget, guys, if you like us covering your team or this game, please do hit that like button. And thank you very much if you have already. Appreciate it, guys. It does help us out, but it also helps us identify which clubs appreciate our efforts. And as I say, we've seen good likes when we've done Wednesday games in the past. So that is the big part of the reason why we selected Sheffield Wednesday game today. Is because we've seen that a lot of you guys appreciate it when we cover Sheffield Wednesday games, especially away from home. So if we find out any other clubs, we're hoping to identify other clubs as well as along the way, because in the future we will focus on those clubs that appreciate our efforts, where we see the fan community of those clubs appreciate what we do. Right, guys, so here's how that first half has gone in numbers. Total shots, 4 for Plymouth, 3 for Wednesday. Shots on target, 2 for Plymouth, 1 for Wednesday. Possession, 44% for Plymouth, 56% for Wednesday. Passes, 160 for Plymouth, 205 for Wednesday. Pass accuracy, 70% for Plymouth, 74% for Sheffield Wednesday. Fouls, 6 against Plymouth, 8 against Sheffield Wednesday. Yellow cards, 1 for Plymouth, 4 for Sheffield Wednesday. No red cards, thankfully. Offsides, none against Plymouth and none against Wednesday. And corners, no offsides. And corners, 1 apiece. I thought we'd actually had another couple of corners for Plymouth, but obviously they only had 1, according to that. Right, so quick look round the grounds, guys. In the Premier League, if you missed the dinner time kickoff, Nottingham Forest winning 1-0 against Manchester City. In the 3 o'clock kickoffs, it is Brighton 1, Fulham 1, Crystal Palace 0, Ipswich 0, Liverpool 0, Southampton 1. In the Scottish Cup that played earlier on, it finished Aberdeen 4, Queen's Park 1. That's a quarter-final game. And in the English Championship, guys, Coventry winning 3-2 against Stoke earlier on, and Watford losing 2-1 to Millwall. Millwall with a good away win, away from home win. 3 o'clock kickoffs, Bristol City 0, Hull City 1, Burnley 2, Luton 0, Derby County 2, Blackburn 1, Plymouth 0, Wednesday 2, as we know here. Sheffield United 0, Preston 0, Sunderland 1, Cardiff 1, Swansea 1, Middlesbrough 0, and West Brom 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Into English League 1, guys, Crawley Town 1, Reading 1. That was a dinner time kickoff. Stockport 0-0 with Charlton also at dinner time. 3 o'clocks are as follows. Barnsley 0, Blackpool 0, Birmingham 0, Lincoln City 0, Bristol Rovers 1, Huddersfield 0, Burton Albion 0, Bolton 1, Exeter City 1, Shrewsbury Town 0, Leyton Orient 0, Northampton Town 2, Peterborough United 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0, Stevenage 1, Mansfield Town 0, Wigan 0, Cambridge United 0, and Wrexham 0, Rotherham United 0. English League 2, guys, dinner time kickoffs, Wimbledon winning 2-0 against Notts County, and Walsall losing 3-1 to Grimsby. 3 o'clocks are as follows. Barrow 1, Accrington 0, Cheltenham 0, Colchester 0, Chesterfield 2, Newport County 1, Doncaster 2, Swindon Town 0, Fleetwood Town 0, Port Vale 0, Gillingham 0, Bradford 0, Harrogate Town 0, Carlisle United 0, MK Dons 1, Morecambe 1, Salford 0, Crewe Alexander 0, and Tranmere Rovers 1, Bromley 1. Into the Scottish Championship, guys. Adrian's 0, Hamilton Academic 0, Falkirk 1, Dunfermline Athletic 0, Greenock Morton 0, Ayr United 1, Scottish League 1, Alloa Athletic 0, Arbroath 1, Annan Athletic 0, Stenhousemuir 1, Cove Rangers 2, Queen of the South 1, and Dumbarton 0, Inverness 0, Kelly Hearts 0, Montrose 0. Scottish League 2 will cover at full time. Obviously, we don't really get many Scottish fans in for League 2 action, so we'll cover that at full time. In the Northern Irish Premiership, guys, Dungannon Swift 0, Bellemere United 1, Glenvaughan 0, Colorino 0, Logan Gal 0, Larne 1, and Portsdown v Carrick Rangers kicking off at 5:30. Welsh Premiership, guys, the New Saints winning 5-1 against Havisham and West County, and Cardiff 2-2 at the moment with Carnforth Town, and Pennybont 2-1 up against Bailey Town. So there you go, guys. That brings you pretty much bang up to date around the grounds across the UK. Nico is saying, Pato legend. Thank you, Nico. Mark is saying, Callum Patterson keeping his recent form up. Yes, Pato. Yeah, he's been an important player for you guys, hasn't he? Ben is saying Southampton 1, Liverpool 0 at Anfield. Yeah. We've seen Liverpool behind before in this season, but it doesn't mean to stay like that. But great so far from Southampton. Would be nice to give their fans, see them have something to smile about. They've had a tough season, Southampton fans. JC is saying we do get the good results every so often, like the 5-1 Millwall was great. But yeah, you're right about establishing a good team definitely helps. Well, yeah, as I say, JC, you guys not so long ago were newly promoted to League One. I know you spent a brief time in League One. And then got yourselves promoted to league to the championship. So maybe that quick movement up from League Two, not being in League One very long, and then quickly getting yourselves into the championship. Maybe that's you're now starting to see, unfortunately, the downside to that, where you've not had enough time to strengthen your squad to be strong enough for the championship. So keep the faith, mate. Keep the faith. Like I say, even if you guys go down this season, you've not spent stupidly. You've kept your, spending within reason. I think there's a good chance Plymouth will bounce back pretty quickly if you guys do end up going down. Brent is saying, "Oh, JC, don't remind me of that shite game we had against Plymouth." And yeah, Ben is a Millwall fan, so I don't think he appreciate being reminded of that one. Isaac plays. How you doing, Isaac? Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're well, and a pleasure to have you with us. Welcome to the show, and welcome to Fandom. I think we've seen you. I think we're back. I think we might have seen you before. Have we seen you before? Isaac plays. I think you might have been in before. Isaac plays saying, to be fair, we do need to go to League One and try again because I can't believe we're bottom. Mate, it is. I know it's tough for you guys that are Plymouth fans, but it is, let's be honest, the championship is a battlefield, guys. You are playing against clubs that a lot of clubs in the championship that have had parachute payments from the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? So you're not the only club that's struggling with that. You're along with a number of clubs that's struggling with that battle. You've got Sheffield Wednesday that's not been promoted. You've got the likes of Preston that's not been promoted, Millwall that's not had that promotion to the Premier League. And then on top of that, you've got all these clubs like Norwich, Sheffield United, Leeds that have been up into the Premier League, and they've benefited from having that big cash boost that comes with being in the Premier League, which makes it so much more challenging for clubs like Plymouth that are trying to establish themselves in the championship. So keep the faith if you're a Plymouth fan, guys. Don't look at it too downhearted. Yeah, I know it's not good seeing your team at the bottom of the league, but you guys are in a building stage. You can go down and come again. Remember where you were a couple of seasons ago. You was in League Two. Now you're trying to establish yourself as a championship club. So yes, it might mean getting relegated and going back down to League One, but you will be in a strong position in League One because you haven't stupidly spent trying to stay in the championship. So to me, I think you guys need to have a little bit more pleasure, a little bit more belief in yourselves, because I think your club is doing well, building gradually, not overspending and taking your time, doing it at your own pace so that the club is safe financially. Ryan is saying, I'm Barnsley and my cousin Donny Rovers fan and his brother Bradford City fan. Cool. Well, thank you, Ryan. Thank you for the insight, mate. Mark is saying, which team do you support? Me? I just love football, mate. But obviously, I do support a club, and that club is the club where I was born, which is Bolton Wanderers. That's the club I support. But I just love football, mate. And I'm passionate about how fans are treated in football. I could be sat here right now doing my club. My club are playing right now. But I just love football, and I want to build a channel that brings good fans together. So I don't always give priority to my own club when they're playing. As you can see by the fact that I'm covering this game, could be doing Bolton right now, easy enough, and it would be more obviously a bit more enjoyable for me watching my own team. But I am passionate to build a channel that brings good football fans together, and I'm passionate about football in general. I'm not one of these fans that have just got the club blinkers on all the time. So, yeah, hope that doesn't bother any of you guys. If it does, not much I can do about it, is there? I respect your loyalty to your club. Hopefully, most of you guys can do the same, respecting my love for my club. So, guys, I'm just going to quickly grab a drink before the second half comes back, before the teams come out for the second half. Let me just get the radar back on the screen, ready for the players coming back out. Sorry, guys. So feel free to drop your comments in. Keep your comments coming, guys. Love to hear from you. I'll read out more of your comments as and when I can through the second half. And don't forget, please do hit that thumbs up. I'll be back with you in a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I just wanted a fresh coffee. So we're back underway. Apologies, the radar is slightly ahead of me, guys. So it's only just got back underway. But I leave the radar on the screen to give you guys the option to follow the radar or listen to my commentary. Now, Wednesday, with the possession, we've just had a triple substitution from Plymouth, and we've also had a change for Wednesday. So Plymouth have brought on Paulson, and it's Julio. I don't know how to pronounce that. Plegzula gone off for Plymouth, and Wednesday Valentine coming on, and Ingleson has gone off. The other two subs for Plymouth were Wright coming off and Hardy coming on. Ogbet coming off and Puchaksi. I don't know all the Plymouth players. Apologies, guys. Puchakskis. I don't know how to pronounce that. You guys can have a chuckle at my pronunciation. Ball now on this near side for a free kick to Wednesday. Ball played back to the edge of their own box. JC is saying, I think a lot of our fans, including me, are peed off at some of our disallowed goals over our bad performances. Look at Callum Wright's goal against Luton. Was miles onside was called offside. Well, apparently, mate, so I've been hearing, VAR is potentially going to be introduced into the English Championship in English Championship next season. So I don't know whether you see that as an improvement, but I know a lot of fans have been frustrated with some of the standards of refereeing and at the Championship level. And as I'm sure I don't need to tell you, mate, it's just as bad in League One as well. So will VAR, if it is introduced in the Championship next season, will it make a difference? We'll have to wait and see. As I've always said, I think the VAR is good. It's the people using it that's the problem. So Wednesday, I've got a free kick here out on the far side. It's midway inside the Plymouth half, close to the touchline on that far side, about 2 yards from the touchline. And JC saying, should have been a first away win. So Wednesday now with the ball crossed into the box. It's headed away as Wednesday win it back outside the box, blasting it towards goal there, but it deflects off all the bodies, comes out to this near side, and now Plymouth winning it back, but as they try and race forward, the ball just gets away from them and goes out of play for a throw-in close to the halfway line for Wednesday. And JC is saying, Puchakas is pronounced as Poo Hatch. I think laugh out loud, understandable. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know, mate. Top man, Pooch Hatch. Thank you for that, mate. Now Wednesday with the possession on this near side. It's knocked up towards the edge of the centre circle as they're coming together there, and the referee has indicated a foul. So free kick to Wednesday just inside their own half on the edge of the centre circle. Now Wednesday knocking it out wide on this near side as they play the ball forward. Plymouth come to press the ball. Wednesday have managed to retain it here as they just cut it back, playing it back to their defensive line just inside their own half. It's worked back into the middle of the park here as they switch the play out wide on the far side. Plymouth pressing well from the front there, but Wednesday managed to work the way through the press as they charge forward on the far side. And again, another challenge comes in and the referee blows for the foul. Ronald is saying, respect to you. Nice to see what your goal is. Too much anger and aggressive. Too much anger and aggressive. Is that referring to me, Ronald? I'm not sure. I think so. But thank you very much for your kind words, mate. Yeah, well, I'm a passionate football fan, just like any football fan, but I've got no time for all the hate nonsense in football. I'm not into that. Don't get me wrong, I love the rivalries with my club, but I'm not a hater. Life's too short. So yeah, I've got no time for the hate in football, but I do sometimes get angry with it. Sometimes, I particularly get angry with the officials sometimes. I think it was it a game in midweek we did where I got really angry with the officials with their dictatorship, giving yellow cards to the managers on the touchline. I think it was the Villa game where I got annoyed in the Europa League with a referee booking the Villa manager for showing passion on the touchline. That really annoyed me because that's what football's about, passion. Now Wednesday, playing the ball back to the goalkeeper. But thank you very much, Ronald, if that's meant for me. Appreciate your kind words, mate. And Ronald saying, in football. Now the ball. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Too much hate in football, that's for sure. Like I say, love the banter and the rivalries, but there's a difference between friendly banter and hate, isn't there? Now the ball knocked down this near side by Wednesdays. Plymouth come to challenge for it, and there's a push in the back there as the referee stops the play again. Well, why the Plymouth players are complaining? That was clear and obvious. He's just shoved him straight in the back there. Ronald is saying Blackpool scored, but Barnsley fan 1-0. Thank you, Ronald. So we're waiting for this free kick here. Sheffield United have taken the lead against Preston. So Sheffield United 1-0 up against Preston. Sunderland 1-1 with Cardiff. Swansea are ahead against Middlesbrough, and West Brom have taken the lead against Queen's Park Rangers. Free kick on this near side now for Wednesday, just outside the box. As the ball crossed in, it's deep, headed away. As Wednesday win it back on the edge of the box, Plymouth managed to intercept the ball there as they blast it long down the field, and it bounces all the way back to the goalkeeper who's come out to intercept it there. Now the goalkeeper knocks it long back out wide on the far side as both sets of players trying to win it there. Eventually, Plymouth blast it back up to the halfway line. Both sets of players trying to win it here as the ball just bouncing a loose as eventually it comes out to this near side, and eventually Plymouth come away with it, just playing it back to their centre-backs. And eventually playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper as Wednesday pressing really well from the front here. And they've made Plymouth knock it out of play on this near side. And they just managed to keep it in there, though. I thought it had gone, well, I think it did sneak out of play, but the referee's not noticed it. So eventually Plymouth do knock it out of play under pressure. And it's gone out for a throw-in on this near side. Ben saying Burton gave equaliser. Sorry, Gaz. No worries, Ben. Thank you for letting us know, mate. And Ben also saying Nunez has equalised for Liverpool. Now, a free kick here for Plymouth. Just on the edge of the centre circle. They play it back to their defensive line. Now it's worked out wide on this near side. As Plymouth play it forward. Wednesday come to challenge. Wednesday have won it back there, but the referee again has blown for the foul. This referee's a bit whistle happy. So Plymouth now to take this free kick. It's just inside the Wednesday half, about halfway between the centre circle and the touchline on this near side. Ball kicked long up towards the edge of the box. It's headed away. As now Wednesday managed to come away with it, playing the ball long on that far side. But, Plymouth come to challenge, and it's just gone out of play there for a throw-in on the halfway line to Plymouth. Now the ball back in play. As Plymouth just play it all the way back to the goalkeeper there. Now the goalkeeper knocks it long down the field. As both sets of players trying to win it there, but eventually Wednesday knock it out wide on this near side. Now Wednesday, forced back there as Plymouth quickly come to press the ball, but they managed to work their way through it as they knock it back up to the halfway line, but it's won back there by Plymouth. Now Plymouth inside the centre circle. Edging the way forward. Wednesday just backing off here as now Plymouth play it out towards this near side. There's coming together there, but the referee says no foul. And now Wednesday charging forward, racing down the field as they quickly move up towards the edge of the box. It's played out wide on the far side as Plymouth challenge for it. Plymouth managed to come away with it, but they've lost it again before eventually it's deflected out of play on the far side for a throw into Plymouth right next to the corner flag. Ben saying Liverpool have gone ahead. Salah goal. Burnley now 3-0 up against Luton. Derby 2-1 up against Blackburn. Now the ball played long down this near side. Bolton now 2-1 up against Burton. Exeter 2-0 up against Shrewsbury. Peterborough have taken a lead against Wickham. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. And Stevenage 1-0 up against Mansfield. Ball now with the Wednesday goalkeeper. And Ronald is saying, makes two of us. Thank you, mate. Now the ball knocked down the field. As now it's blasted up into the air by Plymouth. Bit of head tennis going on the halfway line. As eventually, well, it's still bouncing about all over the place. Eventually, Plymouth do manage to get the ball down, just playing it back to the edge of their own box. Wednesday coming to press the ball, forces Plymouth to play it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper knocks it long, straight down the field. As Plymouth managed to come away with it there on the edge of the centre circle. Now it's worked out wide on the far side. And they couldn't keep the ball under control there as it just got away from them and it's gone out for a Wednesday throw-in on the far side, midway inside the Wednesday half. Ball back in play. Oh, come on, ref. He's blown the whistle again. What's he blown for now? Now, Wednesday working the ball out wide on this near side. It's just played back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper now knocks it long, straight down the centre of the field. Plymouth knock it down. And it's now Plymouth with the possession. It's played out wide on this near side. Wednesday shifting players across to press the ball, forces Plymouth again to play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Now Plymouth working it out wide on the far side. As they just cut it back slightly there. Now it's knocked forward as Wednesday again challenged for it. And now Wednesday come away with it on the halfway line. But going to ground there, and the referee's blown for a foul. So free kick to Sheffield Wednesday just inside the centre circle. So yeah, Ronald, is that comment referring to the anger and aggression or the hate in football, I think. Is that what you're referring to there, mate? I'm not sure. Let me know. Substitution here for Plymouth. Bundu coming off. And Obafemi coming on to replace him. Now the ball worked out wide here on this near side for Wednesday. As Plymouth come to challenge for it. Wednesday just managing to retain it there. It's played back to their centre-backs. Now Wednesday working it out wide on this near side as they charge forward. It's challenged there and it's gone out of play for another throw-in on this near side. But I think the referee's going to give the foul there. Just to let you guys know, Blackpool have scored a second against Barnsley. So it's Barnsley 0, Blackpool 2. Bristol Rovers 1-0 up against Huddersfield Town. A substitution coming here for Sheffield Wednesday. And it's goal scorer Patterson coming off. And Michael Smith coming on to replace him. So Patterson off for Smith coming on. So free kick now to be taken for Wednesday out on this near side. It's crossed right across the field out wide to the far side. Plymouth head it up into the air. Both sets of players trying to win it as it comes down. Wednesday managing to get it though as it's challenged by Plymouth. Now Wednesday chipping it in behind, racing towards the byline. Ball crossed into the box as it comes out to the edge of the box. And now Plymouth with the possession, racing forward. Ball worked out wide on the far side as Plymouth charging into the Sheffield Wednesday half. Wednesday scrambling to get bodies back here as it's crossed into the box, headed away. Plymouth winning it back slightly further up the field. Now Plymouth still with the possession. That's played back towards the edge of the centre circle. Wednesday managed to get plenty of bodies back behind the ball here. It's now Plymouth work it out wide on the far side. Coming forward here. Ball played towards the edge of the box. Now it's crossed in. It's deep towards the back post and it just goes past everybody as it bounces out to this near side. Plymouth get to it first. Now Plymouth with another cross headed away again by Wednesday as Plymouth win it back outside the box. And now Wednesday have latched onto it as the loose ball was bouncing freely there, and now Wednesday on the attack, racing forward. Ball played in. They tried playing it in behind the Plymouth defence there, but too much on the ball, and it just rolls all the way back to the Plymouth goalkeeper. Now Plymouth with the possession as they try now to get on the attack. Just playing the ball towards the edge of the centre circle. It's knocked out wide on this near side. Ball played forward again as, the referee stopped again for a flag going up on this near side. Don't forget, guys, if you like us covering your team or this game, please do hit that like button if you could. Thank you very much to you guys that have been kind and positive enough to do so. Appreciate the support, guys. So free kick for Sheffield Wednesday, midway inside their own half. Goalkeeper comes to take it. Wednesday about to make another substitution. Ball not long up the field. Both sets of players trying to win it there as it's just knocked out a play on the far side for a throw-in. So Sheffield Wednesday to make this substitution. We're on 65 minutes gone, guys. It's Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2. And it's Barry Bannon that's coming off. So Bannon coming off, and it's Chalobah coming on to replace him. Lucas, Lazar Makovic. How are you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. I think we've seen you before. Welcome to the show, and a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Hope you're well. Laser saying, JC, Plymouth is a bad team. Well, you're entitled to that opinion, mate, but I disagree. I respect your opinion, but I don't agree. Wednesday have won a corner on the far side. Ronald is saying 2-0. Gazman. 3-0. Corner now for Wednesday. It's crossed in as it's deep, knocked right into the mix of bodies. Plymouth now trying to clear it as they eventually knock it long up the field. It's won back by Wednesday as they just play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Now it's knocked long down the field. Lezer is saying 3-0. I presume you guys might have seen a goal on the radar before it's happened on my TV screen. Now the ball worked out wide on the far side as Wednesday coming forward here. Plymouth challenge for it. They've gone to ground. No foul given by the referee. Ball played forward as Wednesday win it back on the halfway line. Knocked up the field as Wednesday now coming into the middle of the park. Charging down the centre. Ball played in behind as Wednesday with a shot. And it's into the back of the net. As Wednesday scored the third, 67.5 minutes gone. It's Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 3. Wednesday with a beautiful ball in behind to slot in the third goal. JC is saying they're in bad form. They are not a bad team. Well said, JC. Top man. Respect to you, mate. Well said. That's exactly right. That's exactly spot on, mate. And JC saying they need another dose of League One to regain their strength. Yeah, that's a fair shout, mate. Yeah, fair shout. I think Plymouth will eventually establish themselves as a championship club. It's just going to take them a bit of time. Like I was saying before, they weren't so long ago, they were playing in League Two. You can't jump two divisions nowadays without some investment into the team. You've got to have that time period to adjust your team. Look at Wednesday. Wednesday, to me, Sheffield Wednesday is where they belong. They should be a championship club. That's rightly where the club and the size of the club belong. But as you guys know, that are Wednesday fans, staying in the championship is no easy task. With the fact that you're competing against clubs that are dropping out of the Premier League with bigger financial budgets. Doesn't mean to say they're a better club. Doesn't mean to say they're a bigger club. It just means to say they've had that bit of success getting in the Premier League, which gives them that cash injection, and it makes it easier for them to compete in the championship. But it makes it much tougher for clubs that haven't had that financial injection from having a season in the Premier League. Substitution, Sorinola coming off, and it's Edwards coming on for Plymouth. Ronald saying Blackpool 3-0 up now. Thank you, Ronald. Ball played back to the goalkeeper here. Now the goalkeeper knocks it long down the field out wide to this near side as it's knocked on there. Now the ball knocked up the field as it comes out to this near side and bounces out for a throw-in. Laser is saying how this team beat Liverpool. Well, I don't want to diminish Plymouth's success in that game, but Liverpool did make a fair few changes when they played them. But I think if you can't work that one out for yourself, mate, what kind of football fan? No offense, what kind of football fan are you if you can't work that one out for yourself? Plymouth playing Liverpool is like their cup final, mate. They raised their game. Nothing to lose. It's easier to win games when you've got nothing to lose. You're not expected to win. You know what I mean? You should know that. We've all had our teams come up against teams where you're not expected to get anything out of the game, and it's a lot easier to get a result when you're not expected to get the result. Ball played out wide on the far side. It's knocked out of play by Wednesday, and that's going to be a throw in on the far side to Plymouth inside the Wednesday half. Now the ball back in play as Wednesday charging forward there as Plymouth make the challenge, and it's gone out of play on the far side for a throw in. Haribo, Starmix, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Hope you're well, and a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Fanden. I'm at Hallett's door tonight. I don't know what that means. and that's too late. Now Plymouth with the possession as they charge into the middle. Wednesday challenge for it. The ball blasted up into the air. As now it's knocked out wide on the far side. Both sets of players trying to win it there, and the referee blows for another foul. This referee starting to bug me now. Let the game flow. He's blowing the flaming whistle for absolutely everything, this referee. JC is saying, hopefully we can get a few attackers in the next transfer window. Definitely need that pressure up front. Hardy is in decent form, but with his injuries before today, it did harm our performances. Yep, that's a fair shout, mate. Like I say, attackers are not easy to get in the transfer window, are they, mate? That's probably one of the most sought after. Any good attacking players are going to get snapped up very quickly by clubs that have got the surplus cash, aren't they? Or are prepared to do a deal to make it happen. So, yeah, replacing forward players is not always the easiest challenge for a club to solve. Now Wednesday with the possession on the edge of the centre circle. It's played forward there. Plymouth challenged for it. Wednesday managing to retain it as they just cut it back there. It's played back to their centre backs. Now Wednesday coming forward on the far side. Again closed down by Plymouth as Wednesday play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper knocks it long straight down the centre of the field. Both sets of players trying to win it there as Plymouth get to it first, knocking it forward. It's won back by Sheffield Wednesdays. Now Wednesday on the attack, charging into the centre circle. And again, another coming together here. As the referee blows for the foul. Ronald is saying, should ref be graded at the end of every game so they can continue in say the Premier League, etc. Yes to the fans. Hate. Yes to the fans. Hated. I'm not sure what you're meaning there with that last bit, but yeah, grading the referees, mate. That would be a great idea. Absolutely, yeah. I think. Do you know what? I think fans. Do you know what? I think they should introduce something where fans get to vote at the end of every season on their what they feel has been a good referee or a bad referee. That would be great if referees felt that fans could hold them to account at the end of a season and have some impact on their career. If fans had some way, if there was some way introducing some kind of fan vote, I think that would be amazing because I think it would make these referees actually start making more effort to actually be a professional and show neutrality instead of when we see certain referees. Not all of them. There is still some good referees. We can't speak bad of all of them, but there is some referees. I'm sure most of you guys will agree with me that there is some referees you can see it. You can see it when they are showing biased sometimes. So I think if referees felt that fans could have some kind of say in their career, I think it might force them to be more neutral. I've got to be honest with that. Oh, Wednesday in behind here as he get the shot off. Goalkeeper just manages to make the save as the ball knocked away out to the far side, and that's gone out for a throw in. But yeah, that's a great suggestion, Ronald. Although I can't see it happening, mate. Unfortunately, as you know, the football authorities, FA, the English FA, the EFL, and the Premier League are obsessed with power and control, mate. So I don't see other fans having any involvement in the vote, even though I think it should be done. Now the ball out wide on that far side. Is it gone? Referee stop the play again here. So what's the referee done here? It's given a. What is the ref doing here? Oh my God. A drop ball. Ball played down the field. As now both sets of players trying to win it on the halfway line. It's knocked up into the air. As Wednesday knock it forward on that far side. Plymouth challenge for it. And eventually it's gone out of play for a throw in on the far side. Laser is saying, how is your favourite team on Balkan? Is that meant to be who is your favourite team in the Balkan? I don't really have one, to be fair, mate. Don't really have one. So Plymouth now with a corner on the far side. Ball crossed in, headed away. As it comes outside the box, both sets of players trying to win it there. Wednesday managing to knock it forward on that far side as Plymouth come to challenge for it. Plymouth managed to come away with it. Now Plymouth trying to get on the attack on that far side, but Wednesday not giving it up as they managed to win it back here Wednesday. And now Wednesday trying to get on the attack, but running into traffic there as they play it into the centre circle. It's deflected and Plymouth managed to win it back before again another foul as the referee stops the play. And another yellow card for Wednesday. JC saying, wonder how much extra time there will be with the number of stops. Definitely over 5 minutes. Yeah, you could be right, mate. The referee has been definitely. I mean, there has been some poor challenges. Don't get me wrong, but the referee has also added to it because he's blown for everything, mate. Absolutely everything. So free kick for Plymouth here on the edge of the centre circle. It's chipped up towards the edge of the box as it's headed away. And again, the referee stops the play. Flag's gone up for offside. This referee is not letting the game flow very well at all. So free kick for Wednesday on the edge of their own box. But yep, JC, I think you're right, mate. I think we'll have a decent amount of added on time. We're on just coming up towards 80 minutes gone now. It's Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 3. Ball knocked down the field as it's headed out to that far side and just goes out for a throw in. So throwing to Wednesday. No, he's giving it to Plymouth. Plymouth now with a throw in on the far side. Ball back in play as Plymouth trying to keep it there under pressure. They cut it back, playing it back to their centre backs just on the edge of the centre circle. Now it's worked out wide on this near side as Wednesday come to press the ball. Plymouth just managing to retain it there. Now it's worked out wide again on the far side. As Plymouth now trying to work the ball forward. Again closed down by Wednesday. As Plymouth just managed to retain it there. It's played back to the halfway line. Now the ball knocked long down the field as it just gets away from everybody. And it's gone out for a goal kick to Wednesday. Don't forget, guys, if you like us covering your team or this game, then please do hit that thumbs up. If you could, guys, would be appreciated. And thank you very much to you guys that have been positive enough to do so. Appreciate the support, guys. Costs nothing to be positive, and it does help us out a little bit with the algorithm. So goal kick now to Wednesday. Ball knocked long down the field as it's headed out towards this near side. Both sets of players trying to win it there. As now it's knocked into the middle as Wednesday managing to get the ball down, but quickly challenged by Plymouth. And now Plymouth winning it back. Plymouth charging forward down the centre, racing up towards the edge of the Wednesday box. But Wednesday with a good challenge there as they managed to come away with it. And now Wednesday play out wide on this near side, challenged by Plymouth as Plymouth with a good challenge there. It's now Plymouth on the attack, just managing to retain it on this near side under pressure, but eventually forced to cut it back and play it all the way back to the halfway line. JC saying, still hoping for a Plymouth response. Well, yeah, consolation goal would be nice for you guys, I suppose, but can't see. I'm just being honest with you, mate. Can't see you turning this one around now with 8 minutes plus stoppage time. I think it's a bit too much to come from 3-0 down. But we can never say never in football, can we? Now Plymouth coming forward down the centre. I say now play it up towards the edge of the centre circle. It's played forward as Wednesday try and challenge. Plymouth managing to retain it. So now they work it out wide on the far side, racing towards the edge of the box here as Wednesday just challenge for it and blast the ball out of play on the far side for a throw into Plymouth. But yeah, I like the positive thinking, JC. Good man. Now the ball back in play. See, Plymouth player charges forward there. And there's a coming together, but is the referee actually going to let this foul go this time? I don't think he's given the foul. That's refreshing. A foul where the referee hasn't actually given a foul. I think that's the first one of the game. So Wednesday with a player down here, just inside the D, on the edge of their own box. The medical staff coming on to check him out. JC saying it's out of reach, but we did manage the 3-3 at home against Preston a long time ago under Rooney. That's very true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. It's not over until it's over, and as long as there's double figures on us, obviously we've got 6 minutes plus what added on time. I think there's going to be at least 4 or 5 minutes added on, so you're talking at least 10 minutes. There's still potential for a response from Plymouth in some way. Maybe create a late chance. But the more you go forward, the more you leave yourself vulnerable at the back. And Wednesday, I've got to be honest, Wednesday have been pretty ruthless in front of goal this afternoon. And so if you leave the back door open, there's a chance that Wednesday might get a fourth. Just a quick look round the grounds, guys, because medical staff just walking off there with a player injured, but I think he's going to be able to come back on. In the Premier League, Brighton 1, Fulham 1, Crystal Palace 1, Ipswich 0, Liverpool 2, Southampton 1. In English Championship, guys, Bristol City 1, Hull City 1, Burnley 3, Luton 0, Derby County 2, Blackburn 1. As we know, 3-0 to Sheffield Wednesday here. Sheffield United still 1-0 up against Preston. Sunderland now 2-1 up against Cardiff. Swansea 1-0 up against Middlesbrough. West Brom 1-0 up against Queen's Park Rangers. In the English League One, Barnsley 0, Blackpool 3 now. Birmingham 1, Lincoln City 0. Bristol Rovers 1, Huddersfield 0. Burton 1, Bolton 2. Exeter 2, Shrewsbury Town 0. Leyton Orient 1, Northampton Town 2. Peterborough United 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Stevenage 1, Mansfield 1. Wigan 1, Cambridge United 0. Wrexham 1, Rotherham United 0. We'll read through all the results around the grounds at full time, guys, and we'll also have a look at the league table as well. Now Plymouth with the possession on the far side. So there's a bit of handbags going on here. Just keep you cool. Haribo is saying, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a repeat of the opening day 4-0. I'm not sure. If you're Plymouth fan, let me know what's your next couple of fixtures, guys. Who have you got after this? Now, Plymouth with the possession on the edge of their own box. Wednesday coming to press the ball. It's worked out wide on this near side for Plymouth. As they managed to keep the ball. Wednesday pressing well from the front. Now Plymouth with a long crossfield ball, switching the play out to the opposite side of the field. It's knocked forward here as Wednesday managed to intercept it, going to ground, but they couldn't keep it. And now Plymouth charging forward. Plymouth racing down that far side of the field. As Wednesday try and challenge, Plymouth just managing to retain it here. As now it's played up towards the edge of the box. Plymouth coming in. As Wednesday try and challenge. Plymouth still with the possession. Well, eventually it's knocked away by Wednesday. And the ball bounces out to the far side and goes. Well, it just managed to keep it in play there, actually. As Wednesday knock it back up the field. Plymouth intercept it on the edge of the centre circle. It's chipped forward into the box, headed up into the air. As now it's knocked away. Ball sets a place, trying to win it there. As Wednesday now come away with it. Wednesday charging out into space on this near side as they race forward here into the Plymouth half. Plymouth scrambling to get bodies back here as it just forces Wednesday to cut the ball back there as they play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. JC saying, as much as I hate to say it, Harry Boot, that is on the cards. Now the ball with Plymouth on the far side. Well, disappointing to see that a good percentage of the Plymouth fans have left the stadium now. We're starting to see quite a lot of empty seats. Now Plymouth on this near side. As it's played forward there, it's blocked off by Wednesday and it rolls out for a throw-in. Harry Ball saying, OFGS, Exeter are winning. Well, for God's sake, is that? For God's sake. Never seen people abbreviate that before. For God's sake. Now Plymouth with the possession on this near side. It's played back into the middle here. Still on the attack as Wednesday pushed all the way back to the edge of their own box here. It's worked out wide on the far side. So I'm surprised you guys are Plymouth fans, though. I'm surprised. Obviously, that result you guys got in the cup against Liverpool and obviously playing well against Manchester City. I don't understand why you guys haven't been able to use that to get some positivity into your league performances. Use it as inspiration. Seen plenty of other teams do that before. They have a good result in the cup and then use it as inspiration to help them in the league. Now the ball knocked forward as Wednesday blasted away down the field. Plymouth had it back in the direction it came from. Now Plymouth with the ball. Well, they tried to cross it in there, but it's looped up into the air. We're bang on 90 minutes. We're about to find out how much added on time as the referee blows for another foul. And it's going to be a free kick to Plymouth. JC is saying next fixtures, Portsmouth away, Derby at home, Watford away, Norwich home. The next four. Ooh. Well, Portsmouth away will be tricky, won't it? I think you guys can win against Derby. Derby are not the greatest when they travel from home. 5 minutes have been added on here, guys. Ball crossed into the box. It's not the best delivery as it bounces behind and goes out of play. So 5 minutes added on at the end of this second half, guys. Don't forget, before you leave the stream, please do hit the like button if you could. And thank you very much to you guys that already have done. Appreciate the support. And feel free to drop your final comments in if you've got any thoughts on this game or any other games around the grounds this afternoon. I'll be reading out the full-time match stats at the end of the game. We'll have a look in the championship table. We'll read out the results around the grounds. And I will also read out your comments in the Fanden community chat. Ball knocked down the field. It's now Wednesday on the edge of the box. Plymouth challenged for it there, but Wednesday managed to retain it. As now they, with the possession on that far side, looking for space. So try and take it to the byline. It's crossed in. Wednesday with a shot. So, and it's just wide of this near side post. Ronald saying 5 minutes. Yeah, we're 2 minutes into the 5, mate. JC saying the problem is we had good results and now the pile up of fixtures is wearing down our players and making them tired. They need a break, and luckily the international break is coming. Yeah, shout, mate. Fair shout. Ball's gone out of play on that far side. Yeah, I suppose don't account for that. Sometimes that does have a negative impact when you're playing cup games. Obviously, that ties out the team, the squad more. And obviously, Plymouth are a good club, but they've not got crazy money to invest in having players just sitting warm in the bench. So there's only so much you guys can invest in the squad depth, in there? So I'm sure I know you got reserve players, obviously, but the point is that you can't have top players sitting warm in the bench and paying big wages for players that are not getting on the field. So that makes it harder to have strength in depth, as we know. So Wednesday now with a goal kick. Goalkeeper to take it here. Keeper knocks it long, straight down the field. As it's gone straight out of play on the far side for a throw into Plymouth. Plymouth now take the throw in quickly. It's thrown forward as Wednesday managed to intercept it. Wednesday knocking it back in the direction it came from before it deflects off a Plymouth player and goes out of play on the far side for a throw in pretty much bang on the halfway line to Wednesday. JC saying they did make a good chunk of money off the Liverpool and City game, but it's not like Premier League level cash. Yeah, but obviously that was after the point I'm meaning is obviously, hopefully that'll help you guys in the next transfer window, but that was after the January window, wasn't it? So you're not going to see the benefit of that being put into the squad and into the team until the next transfer window. So yeah, but I'm meaning before that, you guys obviously have to spend money wisely on investing in your squad. As so do clubs like Wednesday, Sheffield Wednesday, the same. They've not had any Premier League success recently or anything, so they've got to be sensible with their spending as well. It's just the same, in it, for a lot of clubs down there in League One and at the bottom end of the Championship, just struggling to balance the books. That is the biggest challenge in today's football. The money, what is crazy about it, the amount of money in football, and yet we're still seeing so many clubs struggling to balance the books. And an interesting stat I heard last week that apparently only 2 clubs in the Premier League are regularly making a profit. The rest of them are just balancing the books. How the hell is that possible with the amount of money that's in the Premier League? I'll tell you why that is because there's too many greedy players in the Premier League wanting the top level money, and clubs are not introducing a salary cap. And I think I didn't want it when I was younger. I've never wanted a salary cap, but as I get older, the more I learn about football, I think it's going to get to the point where we have to have a salary cap, because there's too many greedy players that just want to make as much money out of it as they can, no matter how much it makes it harder for the club to balance the finances. Anyway, guys, there goes the full-time whistle. And at full-time, it has finished Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 3. Wednesday with a comfortable performance in the end. Plymouth huffed and puffed. They tried to compete. But unfortunately, Plymouth kept attacking and left themselves vulnerable at the back. And Wednesday were ruthless, capitalising on any defensive mistakes. As one of the goals also coming from an own goal from Plymouth, as Wednesday show what they've learnt in the short time they've been back in the Championship, that you've got to put your chances away. Plymouth, unfortunately, have not been as successful this season doing that, which is why they find themselves struggling at the bottom. But there is still plenty of games to go, and stay positive if you're a Plymouth fan. Hopefully, you guys can try to still dig yourselves out of the relegation dogfight. But in the end, it's proved a comfortable victory for Sheffield Wednesday. I'm sure Wednesday fans will be buzzing with that, with the Steel City derby coming up very soon. So let's have a look at the full-time match stats. Feel free to drop your comments in, guys. I will come to your comments in a moment. Let me just read through the full-time match stats first. Let's get rid of that. And don't forget, guys, before you leave, please do hit that thumbs up if you could. And thank you very much if you have already. Appreciate it. It does help us out. And it also helps us see how much you guys appreciate us covering your club. And if we see good likes for your club, there's more chance we'll cover more games for your club in the future. So here's how that how the game has gone in numbers, guys. Just bear me a second. Should be coming on your screen now. There we go. So total shots. 4 for Plymouth, 7 for Sheffield Wednesday. Shots on target, 2 for Plymouth, 3 for Wednesday. Possession, 49% for Plymouth, 51% for Sheffield Wednesday. Passes, 371 for Plymouth, 390 for Wednesday. Pass accuracy, 74% for Plymouth, 73% for Wednesday. Fouls, 16 against Plymouth, 14 against Wednesday. Yellow cards, 3 for Plymouth, 5 for Wednesday. Red cards, none. Offsides, 4 against Plymouth, 1 against Sheffield Wednesday. And corners, 2 for Plymouth, 2 for Wednesday. So there you go, guys. We'll have a look at the league table in a moment. But let's quickly bring ourselves up to date what's going on around the grounds. If you missed it earlier, Forest winning 1-0 against City in the Premier League. The rest of the games are as follows. Brighton 2, Fulham 1, Crystal Palace 1, Ipswich 0, Liverpool 3, Southampton 1. Brentford v Villa kicking off at 5:30, and Wolves v Everton kicking off at 8 o'clock this evening. In the Scottish Cup quarter-final earlier today, finished Aberdeen 4, Queen's Park 1. In the English Championship, Coventry winning 3-2 against Stoke. Watford losing 2-1 to Millwall at dinner time. Bristol City 1, Hull City 1. Burnley 4, Luton 0. Derby County 2, Blackburn 1. Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 3. Sheffield United 1, Preston 0. Sunderland 2, Cardiff 1. Swansea 1, Middlesbrough 0. And West Brom 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. In English League One, guys, Crawley Town 1, Reading 1, Stockport 0, Charlton Athletic 0, Barnsley 0, Blackpool 3, Birmingham 1, Lincoln City 0, Bristol Rovers 1, Huddersfield Town 0, Burton 1, Bolton 2, Exeter 2, Shrewsbury Town 0, Leyton Orient 1, Northampton Town 2, Peterborough United 1, Wycombe Wanderers 1, Stevenage 1, Mansfield Town 1, Wigan 1, Cambridge United 0, and Wrexham 1, Rotherham United 0. English League 2, guys, Wimbledon 2, Notts County 0, Walsall 1, Grimsby Town 3, Barrow 2, Accrington 0, Cheltenham Town 0, Colchester United 1, Chesterfield 2, Newport County 1, Doncaster Rovers 2, Swinton 2, Fleetwood 1, Port Vale 1, Gillingham 1, Bradford City 0, Harrogate Town 1, Carlisle United 0, MK Dons 2, Morecambe 1, Salford 1, Crewe Alexandra 1, and Tranmere 2, Bromley 1. That game is still playing. Into the Scottish Championship, guys. Adrian's 2, Hamilton Academic 1, Falkirk 1, Dunfermline Athletic 0, and Greenock Morton 2, Ayr United 1. Scottish League 1, Alloa Athletic 2, Arbroath 3, Annan Athletic 0, Stenhousemuir 2, Cove Rangers 3, Queen of the South 1, Dumbarton 0, Inverness 1, and Kelly Hearts 0, Montrose 0. Scottish League 2, Bonnie Reach Wells 0, Edinburgh City 1, Clyde 1, East 5-2, Elgin City 0, Forfar Athletic 1, Spartans 0, Stirling Albion 0, and Stranraer 0, Peterhead 0. And into the Northern Irish Premiership, guys. In Northern Ireland, it has finished 3 games to tell you about. Dungannon Swift 0, Ballymere United 3, Glenvaughan 0, Colorino 1, Logan Gal 0, Larne 1. In the Welsh Premiership, the New Saints 5, Haversham and West County 1, Cardiff 4, Carnforth Town 2, and Pennybont 3, Bailey Town 2. So there you go, guys. That brings you bang up to date around the grounds across the UK. JC is saying disappointed with the result, of course. Need to hope for at least 1 point at Pompey. Yeah, well, that obviously, I don't know how much you guys consider that a derby, but obviously it is a kind of derby in a way with the fact that both teams on the south coast. But obviously, I think it depends how much you guys that are Plymouth and Portsmouth fans consider that to be a derby. But it will be a tough place to go. But Portsmouth have been struggling themselves this season. They're obviously, I can't remember where they are. In fact, let's have a look at the league table because I forgot that. So just bear with me a second, guys. That result sees Wednesday into 13th position, 36 points, 13 wins, 9 draws, 14 defeats. On 48 points with a goal difference of -6. So right behind, level on points with Millwall, with Watford just above you guys, and Norwich also just above you guys as well on 1 point above you guys. Are the playoffs in reach for you guys? Bristol City on 53. So, yeah, the playoffs are in reach for Wednesday. If you guys can put a string of wins together. Obviously, doesn't look good for Plymouth at the moment. 36 games played, 6 wins, 12 draws, and 18 defeats on 30 points, -37. So 30 points. Cardiff just outside the relegation zone on 36 points. And I think Cardiff lost as well today, didn't they? I think. So, yeah, you guys, I mean, it doesn't look good at the moment, but if you guys can put a string of wins together, then you could very quickly dig yourselves out of that. You just need to get a couple of back-to-back wins to give you half a chance, or at least, I'd say at least 4 points out of the next 2 or 3 games to give you the hope that you can get out of it. So, yeah, I think the next 2 or 3 games are going to be crucial for you guys, Plymouth fans. If you can get 4 points out of the next 2 or 3 games, then I think you guys will be in with a shout of digging yourselves out of that bottom 3. But if you can't, then I think obviously it's going to be a really tough ask because we are starting to run out of games. Thank you, JC. Ronald is saying, thanks, mate. Been a pleasure. See you next time. You cover the Owls. Thank you, Ronald Jones. Thank you for your company and conversation. Thank you for your kind message, mate. Been a pleasure having you with us. And, yep, look forward to hopefully catching you again on a future stream, mate. Take care. Best wishes to you and your family. Thank you for dropping into the Fandom community chat. Pleasure to have you with us, mate. Take care. Stay safe. Thank you, Ronald. Harry Bow is saying lost again. Hallett, the board out. Oh, well, that's an interesting one. I know it's frustrating, obviously, seeing your team at the bottom, mate. But can it really be all put down to the board? I don't know. Obviously, I don't know enough about what's going on at Plymouth behind the scenes. But fair enough. If you feel that way, mate, I respect your opinion. Nico is saying, up the Owls. Thank you, Nico. Well, I thought there'd be a few comments in after that with the fact of Wednesday having the Steel City Derby coming up. And obviously, Plymouth fans maybe voicing their frustration, but not to be. So, no worries. I will jump off then, guys. So, thank you to all you guys who've been listening in the background. Thank you to all the fans that have popped into the Fandom chat. If you're a regular fan, then thank you. as always, for your support. If you're new to the channel and you've dropped into the chat, hopefully see you guys again so we can start to count you guys as a regular member of the Fandom community. So, yeah, been a pleasure having all you guys involved in the chat, and I also hope you guys listening in the background have appreciated my efforts today to try and keep you informed with the game. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Go and grab a bite to eat. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe and well out there. Congratulations to Wednesday. Good win for you guys before you go into the Steel City Derby against local rivals Sheffield United. I think is it next weekend, that one. Obviously, if you're a Plymouth fan, keep your chin up, guys. Still possible that you could dig yourselves out of trouble, but the next 3 games will be crucial to get some points out of. So, yep, that's it for me for now, guys. Best wishes to you all. Hope you guys, as I say, enjoy what's left of your weekend. Have a good rest of your Saturday and a good day tomorrow. Hopefully you have a good week next week as well. Take care, guys. Stay safe and well out there. And don't forget, please do hit the like button if you could. All the best. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.